You grow up, everyone grows up. In a certain period in our career, you know, we were sort of particularly nice. You know, we had like a very all-round appeal. It wasn't put on, you know, we were more like that. But as we've grown up, you become more individual. And so, like, for instance, if you don't want a press interview, these days we don't have to say yes. We're more true to ourselves these days, and it obviously doesn't please some people, but I think you find like a lot of other people like us for it. I tell you what happened, once in the old days, we used to wear leather jackets. Brian said, look lads, smarten up a bit, you know, get yourselves suits. So we got suits and ties and stuff. We gained a whole new audience and lost all the people who wanted us in leather. See, so this is happening again, you know, I think it always will happen that, where we'll lose all the people who wanted us to be just four nice, clean-cut lads, and who didn't want us to grow beards. And we'll gain all the people who don't care whether we got beards or what, because they're out for us, yes, not for what we look like or how nicely we speak. I'm used to all that by now. Yeah. You know, nearly everything I've ever done or been involved in has had some of that negative critical reaction. You'd think that something like She Loves You with the Beatles would be pretty positive, the reaction to that, but it wasn't. The very first week out, that was like supposed to be the worst song the Beatles had ever thought of doing. Ram was supposed to be the worst thing ever. So the criticism goes down. With Back to the Egg, it was the same kind of thing. There was a load of kind of not very good criticism. The sales weren't up to our kind of normal sales thing. So a little bit I was disappointed, because I like success, you know, I like if I've done a song, I don't mind it going to #1, staying there for 3 months, you know, like I'm like everyone else.
On Back to the Egg, you really took a much harder rocking approach.
The new wave thing was happening. And I was thinking things like, well, you know, a lot of the new wave is just that they take things at a faster tempo than we do. We being like what I might call the permanent wave. Joke #1, and the last one.
Genuinely care about their feelings about them, they wouldn't go to the lengths, in whatever strange way that John did, to lash back at you. They wouldn't hold a pig on the cover to parody you holding a sheep in Ram. They wouldn't, you know, call your stuff rubbish or write How Do You Sleep. They wouldn't do it.
No, I think that's right. You know, I think that's right. I think he was very hurt. There were people turning him against me. It was his way of defending himself. He was quite pissed off about the McCartney bandwagon, as he once called it. You know, oh, bloody, you know, he's getting on all the telly, he's selling records. You know, he was a jealous guy. You know, but I understood that. That was John. I think we would have all continued the Beatles, but Yoko came along. John fell wildly in love with her. He needed a big change in his life, and he got it. You know, he came to live in New York. He kind of threw over all his English contacts and everything, and you know, you can't blame him. That's what he wants to do in his life. So we had to kind of fade into the back.